Do you struggle with negative self-talk? I am here with a very special guest today, Delaine Wazzani, and we are talking about self-love. I have had the honor of working with Delaine and knowing Delaine here for a couple of years, and it's been so fun to watch her blossom in her work and really grow the work that she's doing in the world. And right now, Delaine, you have a 30-day self-love.
Yeah, 30 days of self-love. And what we're doing is we're featuring one woman every day on our blog. And we're going to share her boudoir session as well as a little bit about her story and why she said yes. And, you know, what she would tell herself, her younger self, about self-love.
Nice. So Delaine is a boudoir photographer and very, very talented. And tell us a little bit about how you got into boudoir and why it's important to you.
I started photography. I went to school, and I always knew that I wanted to photograph women, but it was the art of women and being able to create something for them that they can look at and not only love, but remember that experience, a joyful, fun experience they had in their life when they were at a vulnerable moment in their life. It's not easy taking your clothes off in front of a stranger and then having them photograph you. But I get the joy of seeing it on their face and then giving the gift to them, and they get to give the gift to their partner or keep it for themselves. So it's my own journey of realizing that what I say to myself matters, and I want to give that to other women and show them, you know, how I see them and that it's possible for them.
What would you say their most common complaint is, or their most common worry is about doing that?
Every woman who contacts me is nervous, right? So they're scared, they're not really sure what to expect. And there's usually a body part that they're focusing on, their negative energy. And every woman has their, whether it's arms or their tummy or legs or whatever that is. But I always like to ask them what they love about their body. It starts them to change that dialogue, but it's also, what can I showcase? You know, she loves her back, amazing, because when she sees her photos, she's going to focus on what she loves,
right,
and not focus on what maybe she isn't happy with in that moment. A lot of women too are, oh, I want to lose 10 pounds and then I'm going to do it. And I always say, say yes and just do it. Because you're going to have an experience where you can see the parts of yourself that you do really love. And then, you know, hopefully those negative ones fade away a little bit for you, and you're not just focused on that. You're like, oh, look at this photos and look at my back looks really good, or oh, my collarbone.
How many of us do that? We focus on the negative, right? We focus on what we don't want. And what you're saying instead is, what do you love about your body? What do you appreciate about it? And really start to put the attention on that. And that is so key.
You taught me that. So going through your program and speaking with you about, you know, your abundance and talking to yourself and wake up in the morning and, you know, what do you love about yourself? And in that moment, it's, oh, I really love my eyes. And then I end the conversation. I don't go from my eyes, then and then go down the list, and then it gets negative. So it's changing that and changing the way you feel in your body. So when you're focusing on the things that you do really like, it changes your state.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And the other really important thing you said is, I'll do it when I've lost 10 pounds.
Yeah.
I'll do it when. And that desire to delay, and how key that is. And instead just deciding for it now, because this is the only moment we have.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ask these women that are participating in your 30 days of self-love, you ask them what they would tell their younger self, and what was the most common answer there?
Don't care about what other people think. And it's our own mind projecting, because we don't even know anyway, right?
Yeah.
So we're guessing what that person is thinking or saying about us, and it's probably not even true in the first place. Yeah. So really come within, right, and love yourself and speak to yourself in that loving way. And don't be worried about the outside noise, right? Just, you know, because you're beautiful, you're awesome, right? So just come from that. Yeah, that's the biggest theme that's come for sure. Yeah.
So if we know that we would want to tell our younger selves that today, it's taking that advice now.
Yes.
Because that advice isn't going to change 10 years from now, right?
That's right.
We're always going to wish we cared less about what other people thought. So When the women see the photos, so after the experience and they see their photos, what's the most common response that you get?
Laughing. Joy. Some women cry. I like to do a short little video of the whole experience, and then show them their photos, and it's, oh my God, that's me. Oh my God, that's me too. It's just an excitement. They're joyful, crying, and just, they can't believe it, right?
Yeah.
So,
What a gift you're giving them.
Yeah. It's special.
Yeah. So at the beginning of 2018, so last year, I made the decision that I wanted to do a boudoir photo shoot. And it's something that was on my bucket list. I always wanted to do, and I decided in January that's what I wanted to do in 2018. I had a big birthday and wanted to celebrate it. And so what I did is I called Delaine in January and I said, I'm doing this in August, but here's my deposit, right?
Yeah.
I made a decision. I
Yeah.
put the deposit down because I knew it would be very easy to back off and not to do it. So if you're considering this as a gift for yourself, as a gift to somebody else, my encouragement to you is just do it. And I have to tell you that that day was so magical and so special, and I am so grateful to have that snapshot in time. And you really did make me just feel so beautiful.
Thank you.
And so thank you for sharing your gifts.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So where can people find out more about the 30 Days of Self-Love?
So on ladyluckstudios.com, we have our blog, and we'll be featuring a woman each day in the month of February and 2 days in March. 30 women, on the blog. So I just wanted to say that your session was special for me, because working with you for the past year and deciding on some things in my business, you were my first session in my new studio space. And it was my birthday, so it was a really special day. So I thought it was really cool to see all of that come together and celebrate that. It was so awesome.
Oh, I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. Thank you for being here,
Yes.
Delaine.
Thank you.
And if you are looking for greater self-love in your life, it all starts here. Start focusing on the things that you do love about yourself. And if a boudoir session is something that you would love, make sure that you contact Delaine at Lady Luck Studios. I will leave her contact information in the link below. And here is to your success.